I long to do so many things. Sometimes I feel I will burst at the seams, and then I get quieted by a voice as serene as a river stream, whispering songs of patience. All is created in due time, timing of the divine, you see. The tortoise was wise and felt pressured by none. And so I wait, and I rest, and I create with the love I am filled with the love that I am. I empty myself so I am free to receive the stars' new secrets, the milky mystery of the great mother's womb. I am daughter. I am mother and lover and sister. I have been the enemy too, that I shall not deny. Creator and experiencer, although sometimes I long to be no thing but a spark of light. The wind in my curls, the raindrops kissing my daughter's nose, a feather so light, so free, my heart weighed against it at the end of this lifetime. Did I pass this quest? Am I purified now? What will I become next? The butterfly, reminding the grieving mother that although her son has been laid to rest, he lives on still, in the trees, the ocean, the sky, in dreams. I long to do so many things. I will not burst at the seams. And by candlelight, while my daughter's soft breaths dance with cicada's summer song, I create and I cry, I laugh, I bend, bending, not breaking. I was born to do so many things, and I do them all, God willing. So, patience. Patience is a deep thing that I am really, really deepening into and truly understanding for the first time. And I feel like, I'm moving through deeper layers of really getting to know patience through my daughter because I'm teaching her patience. She's almost 2.5. And, for a while now, she's been going through this bursts of impatience. And I even made up a little song for her, and it goes 1, 2, 3, patience, 4, 5, 6, patience, 7, 8, 9, patience, 10, sing it again. And we repeat it as many times as we need to, if I'm making her lunch or, I'm just whatever, when getting from one phase to the next and she's getting really impatient, we have to sing the song. We have to sing the song. And it calms me down too, because I start getting a little bothered, antsy. I need to hurry up. I need to rush. But I'm being reminded that I have to show her the frequency of patience. I have to embody that so that she can know what it looks like to be slow, to be still, to soften into that in-between space, no matter how hard it is, so that you can get from one phase to the next. And so I'm tapping into this frequency of patience, right? And it's really like a womb code. This is a womb frequency. So I have some little notes here. I'm really into etymology. I love knowing like where words come from, especially because the English language is just so fucked up. And it's full of spells. It's just weird. Like when you break down words, you just see how the English language is just fucking weird, okay? But so I looked into the etymology of the word patience, and it comes from the Latin root patientia. I don't know if that's how you properly say it, but that means suffering or endurance. And if you go even deeper into that, patientia comes from the Latin verb pati, which comes from the Proto-Indo-European, aka pi, pie, pi, root petu. And pati means, to suffer or to bear. And so, like, I was like, okay, so to be patient is to suffer. But not, I feel like it's not in like a martyring way. It's not in a passive way either. Like you just sit there and suffer and endure it and it just sucks really bad. This is like a training. It's an initiation to consciously like bear something very tough, to wait for your prayer, to stand in this in between space of the prayer you asked for being answered and manifested into physical form. Most people do not like to wait. We are living in this time, of instant gratification, which is really fucking with people. Our external reality is like continuously moving faster and faster in this very like false masculine like transhumanism sort of way. And many of us have forgotten how to slow down, how to sit in that stillness, how to be patient. And I feel like moms are really on like this huge, like in this huge patience portal because like everything involves being patient. And then again, I'm bringing this back to the womb because the womb is never in a hurry. And I call her she because the womb is conscious. Okay. I speak to my womb. I love my womb. My womb helps me create, helps me remember who I am on a cosmic level, an earthly, like ancestral lineage level, helps me tap into other worlds, other realms, helps me create my business, my art. My womb has helped me form the physical avatar of my daughter so that her beautiful soul, her beautiful spirit could inhabit it. I love my womb. So the womb stretches, she opens, she bleeds, holds, and births, like all on her own sacred rhythm. She does not hurry or rush for anyone. She's on her own time, and it's divine timing, always. Our womb is a portal for divine timing and patience. Patience as the frequency that aligns with us with our womb intelligence. When you are aligned with your womb's intelligence, you are aligned with all that is. You are aligned with like all of the mysteries, all of the codes. And to be patient, like, is really asking yourself, like, can I bear this? I bear this when, even though there's always something, that is like tempting me to rush. Can I be a sacred rebel and go against all of that shit, all of that false shit that's going on around us right now? Can I be still? Can I soften into this moment and enjoy like what's here? Because when we don't see something, we think nothing's happening, but there's always something happening. Our prayers are always being answered. The things we want, the things that we need, the things that are really for us are always being created. God is always working in our favor, but sometimes we just aren't patient enough to receive that. And when you're moving at a speed that goes against like our natural unfolding, you could miss your answered prayer because you're looking over here. But what you asked for is happening right here. But you're so focused on here and like what's not happening, you miss what actually is happening right here. It's just silly. It's just silly to witness all of this that's been going on. And like really sitting in this frequency of patience, like really embodying patience, you're being a conscious, spirit led creator. This is deeply feminine. This is a deep feminine frequency. I'm just sitting here with my stacks of books and my journals and the gene keys. My journals, another journal about my soul mission, and my dream journal. Stacks of books and journals are so important to me. Just like rotating different stacks of books, like based on what I want to read for the day, what I want to get into for the day, what I'm inspired by for the day. It feels so good to just have stacks, piles of books, and moving them from place to place, room to room, wherever I'm going to be at. I woke up today and I felt really inspired to do some more studying, looking at my 10th house in my natal chart. And I'm writing all of this in my soul mission notebook. So I learned how to study my natal charts, like specific houses, in a certain way to like further deepen into my soul mission by one of my teachers. Her name is Professor Melanie. She's incredible. And the 10th house shows like what type of work you should be doing, and I also look to the gene keys for this. My love is so brilliant and found a way to like match the gene keys, like to match every house in your natal chart to the gene keys. And I'm reading gene key 62 because that's the gene key that relates to my 10th house. So it helps me like further understand like what I'm here to do, what type of work that I should be doing, like what is my service really. The 10th house is also the house of spiritual advancement. It's the house of service. I like to say service rather than work, because your soul mission, like, it's the service that you are here to like do for humanity. It's not just work. And so yeah, that's what I'm really drawn to today. And I guess because this month is a huge month, it's a 6-month in numerology, and it's a 1 month for me personally, and I feel like I'm really like about to jump in the deep end when it comes to the things that I'm here to do. My like showing myself to the world in a way. Since I've had my daughter, I've really been like dipping my toes into the internet, you know, social media. After taking a break, I took a break from like posting, like being on the internet for like 3 years. What was it? 2020, 21, 22? 4 years. It was about 4 years. And so I just really got back out there last year, like in February. And since October of last year, I've kind of taken a little break again, which it wasn't planned, but I was just going through so much. And right now I'm about to start a new Substack. I probably have already launched it by the time you are watching this. But yeah, me studying this 10th house, my 10th house, further is really going to help me when it comes to my service, and really understanding more of like what I'm here to do, the women I'm here to help. And it's exciting, but it's also a little scary. But there's no room for excuses anymore. Like, just have to go all in. I have been planning and just like getting so many downloads and like working on them and doing all these things for really like the past 5 years. And I'm ready to get out there and just like do all this stuff. But I also have these things that are like, I could let them hold me back, but I can't. I really can't. And so yeah, I've been an entrepreneur since 2017. I first started my business. I haven't worked a traditional job since then. I don't even like that phrase, like traditional job, because like whose tradition is this? The workforce. Not my tradition. It's a colonized capitalistic tradition. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, I've been an entrepreneur for a while, but I've also taken a break from my business in the very beginning of 2020, right before everything began, right before the world completely changed. And now, like, things have changed so much for me, and my soul mission became made very clear to me during my pregnancy with my daughter. Like, my life all of a sudden made so much sense, especially after I gave birth to her. And so I'm really like taking all these things that I've been working on for these past 5 years, but especially since I was pregnant in 2020 and gave birth to my daughter in the winter of 2023. It's time to do big things. Guys, the solar flares are just like, it's crazy. There's a solar storm happening right now, but like, do any of you guys hear the roosters from the neighbors? Do any of you guys pay attention to space weather? The solar activity, the solar flares, the Schumann resonance, all of that. It's just blowing my mind how much like solar activity and the Schumann resonance like affects us. I had this dream in 2020 about the grand solar flash that is supposed to be happening soon, and I think it's gonna happen this year, like in August or September, based on my dream. But I feel like I should make a separate video about that dream because I feel like it was a very prophetic dream. Whoa, those are big. You gonna blow?